Hello, magical family! We just received breaking news from Universal Orlando about the opening of Epic Universe. Epic Universe is going to be officially open to the public on May 22nd, 2025. So the countdown begins. Here's everything you need to know about Epic Universe if you're planning a trip for next year. So what is Epic Universe? For those of you who may not know the details, Epic Universe is Universal Orlando's brand new theme park that is opening next year in 2025. It sits on a 750-acre plot of land that almost doubles the size of the existing parks. This will include new immersive experiences in 5 new worlds, including Celestial Park, How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Burke, Super Nintendo World, Dark Universe, and the Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic. The worlds will consist of a main hub called Celestial Park, which guests can walk through into different portals around the themed worlds. So where is Epic Universe going to be and how do we get there? So the new park is going to be 10 to 15 minutes away from the existing Universal theme parks. Universal is going to be providing free transportation via a shuttle service that connects Epic Universe to all of the Universal hotels and theme park locations. Universal is building 3 new hotels near the Epic Universe Park. The first one is Stella Nova Resort, which will be opening earlier than the park on January 21st, 2025. Then there's going to be the Terra Luna Resort, which will open on February 25th. These are considered prime value hotels, which means that they're in the same tier as Universal's Cabana Bay and Aventura Hotel. Now, the big hotel, which I am so excited for, is called the Helios Grand Hotel, which is part of the Signature Collection. So it's definitely fancier. And that one is going to be opening the same day as park opening on May 22nd, 2025. It's going to be adjacent to the Epic Universe Park, and hotel guests there will have their own exclusive entrance into Epic Universe. So how do we get tickets to go to the new Epic Universe? I'm going to be taking information and reading from the Universal website and kind of condensing it for you guys. Ticket sales are going to start on October 22nd, and more tickets, from my understanding, are going to be made available in the coming months. Initially, they're going to be sold as multi-day tickets, starting from 3, 4, or 5-day tickets, which will include only 1 day in Epic Universe. The rest will be for to explore the existing parks like Universal Studios, Islands of Adventure, and Volcano Bay. My guess is that this is probably so that they can kind of crowd control because of all the hype with Epic Universe. 3-day tickets will range from $352 to $521. If you bundle these tickets with a stay at Universal Hotel, you may be able to save up to $200 on a vacation package. Now, if you are a Universal annual pass holder, then you do have exclusive access on Thursday, October 24th to buy specially priced single day Epic Universe tickets. We don't know exactly what the price for those single day tickets will be yet at this point. Apparently, each pass holder is able to purchase one add-on ticket per date with a limit of 6 tickets per transaction. There's likely going to be a very high demand for these tickets. Get in line. I hope the website does not crash. So let's talk more about the different worlds that we're going to see at Epic Universe. So the first one is Celestial Park, which is, as I said, the major hub that you first enter Epic Universe into through the Emerald Gate. It's a beautiful area full of lush gardens and amazing fountains. There is going to be a new launch roller coaster called Stardust Racers with 2 parallel tracks that reach 62 miles per hour and a max height of 133 feet. The second ride is called Constellation Carousel. I can't wait to ride this one at night. There's going to be 2 restaurants in Celestial Park, the Atlantic and the Blue Dragon. The Atlantic is meant to be a fine dining, full service restaurant. So there's going to be cocktails, seafood, and steaks. It's going to be situated at the Neptune Pool. The Blue Dragon is a full service restaurant that will offer Pan-Asian cuisine with neon dragons illuminating on the walls. Now, obviously, what I am most excited for is the new Wizarding World of Harry Potter Ministry of Magic. This is going to be the 3rd Universal Wizarding World after Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley. So what happens is you enter a portal across time and space and you are transported through the Porte Saint-Denis into Wizarding Paris in the 1920s. The Universal has already released a bunch of videos, reels, and concept art detailing what the Wizarding World is going to look like. So we can see that there's going to be a Café L'Air de la Sirène, which is a quick service restaurant that is going to be modeled after a Parisian cafe, but with a magical twist. So there you're going to be able to get all your French baked goods, your sandwiches, plat du jour, and desserts. There's also going to be services that sell drinks like butterbeer and also apparently alcoholic beverages. The shopping areas will include the Cosme Acajor Baguette Magique. Sorry, I don't know how to say that. But they don't sell baguettes as in bread. Baguette means wand in French. This is essentially the French version of Ollivanders. And it's going to look super elegant with their very ornate wand displays. In the shadowy corners of the Place Cachet, there's actually going to be an auberge or a restaurant called Le Gobelin Noir, and this is actually where dark wizards and witches meet to avoid the prying eyes of the Ministry of Magic of Paris. The menu will be offering starters such as soup, salads, and a variety of other entrees and desserts. There will also be the Cirque Arcanus, which you may recognize taken from the Fantastic Beasts films. This is going to be a theater where you can see live stage performances, so it's going to be super exciting. The premise of the show apparently is of this ringmaster named Skender who's stolen Newt Scamander's suitcase full of fantastic beasts. And so there's a circus employee called Gwendolyn who has to go rescue the creatures in the show. And so there's going to be live performances, puppetry, and special effects. This world, from what I can see from the concept art and the walkthrough, it's supposed to be as intricate and detailed as the other areas of the Wizarding World at Universal, like Hogsmeade and Diagon Alley. So I'm super excited. There's going to be a ton of interactive experiences, new wand interactive experiences, and it's going to feel like you're walking through a 1920s idyllic Paris. But 1920s Paris is not the only thing that you're going to be exposed to in the new Wizarding World. You can actually take something called the Métro Flou. So basically you can travel from Paris through time and space to the British Ministry of Magic in the 1990s via a Floo powder network. So this is what we are more familiar with. There is going to be a life-size replica of the Ministry of Magic that we saw in the Harry Potter films. I think this is even going to be more grand than what we see in like Warner Brothers Studio Tokyo. It's going to be life size. So in this British Ministry of Magic area is actually where the new ride is going to be. It's a dark ride. And the premise of the story of this ride is that it takes place after the fall of Voldemort and Dolores Umbridge is on trial. So you basically board an elevator with Harry, Ron, and Hermione, and you journey through the Ministry of Magic going on their adventure. And you have to be very careful because you might encounter some uninvited guests. I cannot wait for this dark ride, and I'm so excited that the original actress, Imelda Staunton, is going to be reprising her role as Dolores Umbridge. And again, from what I can see, is she has not aged a day. The next world, which I'm super excited for, is Super Nintendo World, and it is going to be massive. It's going to consist of Super Mario Land and also Donkey Kong Country. So the Super Mario Land area is very similar to other existing areas at Universal Studios Hollywood in LA, as well as Universal Studios Japan in Osaka, but only Orlando and Japan will be getting the Donkey Kong expansion. I have been to both Super Nintendo Worlds in LA and in Japan, and it's so much fun. It's incredible. It actually feels like you're like live in a game. Everything is super colorful and bright. It's a lot of fun. Similar to the other Universal Nintendo Worlds, there's going to be a Toadstool Cafe, which is a quick service dining restaurant. And the food theming here is on point. When you dine here, you can also see the chef Toads cooking in the windows, and it's super cute. It's definitely worth going to. One of the most popular rides is going to be the Mario Kart Dark Ride, which is an augmented reality ride. It is the same as in LA and Osaka. What you do is you jump into the Mario Kart and you get to ride down the Rainbow Road. The theming in LA during the queue was so much fun, so it was a good way to pass the time. Yoshi's Adventure is a slow kids ride where you can ride in Yoshi's cart and you get a view of the whole of Mushroom Kingdom from above. This ride is available in Osaka, but not in LA, so it's great that it's coming to Orlando. The Donkey Kong Country area looks amazing. It looks like a lush jungle themed setting. The family coaster is in the area called Minecart Madness. You'll enter through this golden temple, board your mine, and take off. This ride has unique patents because when you ride it, it looks like your minecart is actually jumping across gaps on the track, just like in the video game. The Isle of Burke from the How to Train Your Dragon series is a colorful Viking village where people live in harmony with dragons. The Mead Hall is the restaurant area, which is modeled after a grand Viking dining hall. So get ready for a hearty menu fit for a warrior. There's going to be a coaster called Hiccup's Wing Gliders where you get to ride a flying machine into the air and you encounter Toothless and other dragons along the way. A Dragon Racers Rally will be a pendulum thrill ride where you get to do aerobatic maneuvers and barrel rolls to train to be a dragon rider. There's also going to be Fire Drill, which is a kid-friendly water ride where you have an interactive boat battle at sea. So you board your ship and you get to blast water cannons at different targets and compete against other boats. There's also going to be a Viking training camp for young children in a colorful interactive play area with multiple places where you can climb and explore. So this is going to be full of activities for young Vikings. There will be a show called The Untrainable Dragon where Hiccup and Toothless will encounter a new dragon on the Isle of Burke and will attempt to solve a mystery. So this show is going to consist of soaring dragons and music. Another world that I am super excited for is the Dark Universe. So what is the Dark Universe? It is modeled after the classic Universal monsters from classic films. So the world has a very gothic, spooky, moody look, and I can't wait to see what they do with it on Halloween, especially if they bring Halloween Horror Nights to that area. I don't know if that's going to happen. Dining in the area includes Burning Blade Tavern, where monster hunters in the area hang out. There will be a menu of burgers, wings, bratwurst, pretzels, and more. The building looks amazing and it's shaped like a burning windmill. Another dining option is called Das Steakhouse, which is an old inn built over the ruins of an ancient catacomb. So you can enjoy meals surrounded by a vampire theme and also employees who are dressed as vampiric familiars. There's also going to be other experiences like a makeup experience where artists will transform you into werewolves, vampires, mummies, and more. One of the rides is the Curse of the Werewolf Thrill Ride, where you are surrounded in a forest and you have to escape a pack of werewolves. And then there's another thrill ride called Monsters Unchained, which places you in Dr. Victoria Frankenstein's lab. So her experiments apparently go wrong, and then Dracula leads a revolt of enraged monsters. And so this is where you'll meet a lot of the classic monsters like Wolfman, Mummy, and the creature from the Black Lagoon. All right, so that wraps up our summary of what to expect at Epic Universe. I hope you guys found that helpful, and I hope that out of all things, it made you excited about Epic Universe. I personally cannot wait. This has been a long time coming, and now that we finally have an opening date, we can officially start the countdown. I am hoping to go opening weekend because I love the energy of opening weekend, so we'll see if that happens. So I wish myself luck. I wish you guys luck if you're buying tickets, and happy planning for your trip to Epic Universe. Stay magical, everyone.